Welcome to another episode of Average Joe's Fantasy Sports Podcast. I'm Jared.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Scott.
Are you though?
I think.
I don't know
I
either.
mean, you look like Scott, but
After
Man,
the-
I don't know.
fantasy football wise, this week you lost both of your.
I mean,
you
in
wouldn't
fantasy,
bring
you
that up.
look like Scott. So.
Oh.
The normal Scott.
And this guy giving two people who are undefeated in a different league
He
their
did.
first L.
He did.
Somehow he decided to be clutch, but
Turn up. Now, so we'll bring you a week 4 recap and give you guys a little information, a little bad news, a little sad news. Got Tan
Oh, dude.
And-
Don't remind me, I'm gonna cry, bro.
Hey, you're not the
You
only
have the
one.
right to. You have the ultimate
Okay,
right
well,
to
at least
cry.
he'll come back in
You have the
6 weeks
ultimate right to
maximum.
cry. So let's start with Thursday then. We'll hop in there.
Boo! Ain't nobody care about this guy or
Packers and the
Rodgers.
Bears. Packers and Bears. Who showed up?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, the classic.
Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson showed up.
And Green Bay's defense.
That rookie guy, Aaron Jones,
Aaron
looked
Jones.
pretty swell.
Yeah. Now, quick talk. Ty Montgomery. Gonna make it? Gonna be in? Gonna be out? What's the deal?
They said he's on the worst end of the questionable
Sorry, y'all.
stick. They said that it's multiple broken ribs, and since he's not the fastest healer, they're probably just gonna
Sickle
sit him.
cell. Yep.
Well, let's just. Jared and I talked about this yesterday. What a worst week to have everybody going down.
Yep.
Dude,
Bad.
Really, really bad. week.
Dalvin Cook. Oh my god.
So here's this.
And then we got
Yeah,
Ty
yeah,
Montgomery.
We'll get there. We will get there. Your team will come up and you can cry out through the whole session.
I'll hold you. I'll hold you.
Jordan Howard, the only one for the Bears that you want. Mitchell Trubisky's going to start next week.
Tariq
We'll see
Cohen
what
is who
happens.
you want too if you have PPR.
Yeah.
His ceiling or his floor
Definitely
is 9
Fine.
points.
Tariq
Definitely.
Cohen you can have too. Sure.
Definitely pick up Mike Glennon. That is being replaced by what is it?
Oh, God.
Mitchell
Mitch
Trubisky.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Definitely pick up Glennon. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I think that Trubisky's gonna be good, so don't judge him too
Oh, yeah.
hard off of this first game if
No.
he doesn't do good because he plays the Vikings. And our defense
Right.
is dirty, but yeah.
He should have started week 1 though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just saying. Mike
Nice. Nice.
Terrible.
Alright.
Fantasy implications on that though. Hold on. With the Ty Montgomery thing, you could easily, hopefully, be able to get Williams on the free or the waiver wire.
Waiver
Somehow,
wire.
I got him the minute the injury happened. I went into our league and picked him up. I guess it didn't transpire. yet.
Waivers don't go on until Sunday, so.
Well,
After the game Sunday.
but the thing was, I tried to go on in every league and pick him up, but the other two, it said I had to wait until Tuesday or Monday. Yeah,
Depends
Tuesday.
on when you went to pick him up.
I went to pick him up literally right when he
Time
came
when-
in.
Time with down or something?
Yeah,
Oh.
so I think that's why I was able to, because he's a no-name player, and they were like, "Oh, it don't matter, you can pick him up." But then once he got his first carry, I wasn't able to pick him up, which sucked. But yeah, that's my input on that.
Devontae Adams good, or not Devontae. Devontae Adams being out, so you step up for Randall Cobb too. So.
Randall Cobb, he's
Well,
gonna be
And
out.
Geronimo Adams
Geronimo
Well-
Allison, yes.
too.
I got updates saying that Devontae Adams is questionable now. It
Instead
went from
of
doubtful to questionable. So
They're not going to want to throw him out
yeah,
there.
I don't think they would either. But still, I mean,
Yeah. All right, we'll switch to the next game now.
A blowout.
Yeah, wasn't great. I know.
Not highly offensive blowout, but like because the other team was just terrible. Saints and Dolphins.
Yes.
Oof. There's only like 2 people in that game that did something. We have Drew Brees.
3 people.
Oh god. No, Drew Brees only had 19 points. That's not great.
Yeah, it's fine though.
And you can find any quarterback in the league to get you 19 points. Case
Jared
Keenum-
In our scoring, it was a little bit more like 23 or 24 or whatever, because we have more per touchdown. This is 4 points.
Yeah, I don't get that. 4 points per touchdown. Like I do get it, but it's like.
Yeah. So, yeah, weird.
And then Alvin Kamara, like he's gonna be a PPR
Should be
freaking
the
baller.
starter.
Oh yeah.
automatically.
I think Mark Ingram should definitely be a starter, but
Yeah,
he
they
needs
He's on
want
a
to-
different team.
They just Sean Payton got someone Mark Ingram.
We have an
Gibson,
opening.
Whatever.
Sean Payton just doesn't. know
I'll
how to
take Mark
coach
Ingram
anymore.
on a 1 year thing. Shoot,
Here's the thing.
that'd be nice.
I don't want to waste his time over. Not saying Minnesota's bad. I'm saying like, why waste it and why waste money on him to do that right now?
Oh yeah, when we have
Oh,
Latavius.
right. So he should go somewhere where he
Do
can
the same
excel
thing.
and take over.
There's
You know,
plenty of
that's what he
teams.
needs to do.
Yeah, there's plenty
Like,
of teams right now.
If Vikings didn't draft Dalvin or didn't have
Right.
Latavius in the offseason, I'd say that's a great idea.
Heck yeah.
But right now, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
You know. So, why get a guy accustomed just to ship him off?
Right.
Just to be get out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
So, but no. So Michael Thomas, Kamara, and Breeze, they showed up enough for you this weekend to get you through. So. I was happy I had Michael Thomas, so I'm happy about that. Mark Ingram too, but I don't start him ever, nor should he.
It's hard to because they got the 3-headed running back
You know,
committee.
it's terrible.
One other
It's
thing,
terrible.
Willie Snead, give him
Back.
a chance.
Yep,
He's back.
he's back.
I mean, he didn't play that game, but that's because it was, I don't know, he was probably like banged up a little bit. It didn't really say much on why he was out.
Right. They probably just, again, Sean Payton's a grudge holder, so.
Oh, heck yeah,
Yeah.
he is. Definitely a high flex play.
Yep.
I guarantee he's probably.
Let's swing to the Dolphins for the people who are worried about Jay and Jarvis Landry and Devontae Parker, the big guys that you expect to show up. What do you guys think is going to happen?
I think
Well,
Devontae's going to
The
keep.
the big question is, would you guys still have a Devontae Parker or a Jarvis Landry still on your team,
Yes.
thinking that Jay Cutler down the road will pick it up and do better?
I don't think Jay Cutler will start to pick it up soon. He will, like, in probably like 4 games.
So you're willing to put these players on your bench or
No, I'll
on
start
your starts?
Devontae Parker all day because he's gotten me no less than 13
Yeah, in
points.
PPR scoring at 12 points still. 13 almost. So.
Yeah, 12.9, which is it's pretty good. It's not great. I'm not sitting there like, oh god, I want every player to get these points,
Well, you would love to.
but he's worth it.
You would love to get like 20 plus points, right?
Oh heck yeah!
But-
Or I'll get you a garbage time touchdown for some crazy blasphemous reason.
Oh god, he gets. The thing that surprises me is how he did not get targeted downfield, like more than like 3 times.
That's the questions that I asked myself this whole weekend, where these unknown names were getting touchdowns and tight ends and just unknown names. Like, who's that guy taking away from my player that I want to get a touchdown?
The life. All right, next game, Tennessee and Houston.
Oh,
Not even close.
did not expect.
Let's
that.
get Tennessee out of the way on this one.
Nobody.
Marcus Mariota, if you started him, you were kind of happy with the rushing, but you were unhappy with the injury and him leaving with the
Yes.
hamstring injury. That's now 2 to 3 weeks.
It is 2 to 3 weeks, huh?
Yeah.
Because what they were saying earlier was day to day. Yeah.
But don't listen to that
Yeah.
day to
Yeah.
day. bull. We said the same thing about Sam Bradford, and he's missed 2 games now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
3
Yeah.
games, sorry. 2 games. I'm thinking it's week 3 or week 4 next week. It's week 5. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
well, I think it'll be out a while. I mean, they went and, just in case, who was it that they went and got again?
Who?
Tennessee.
Oh, Brandon
Brandon Weeden, just in
I was like,
case.
just in case. Are you trying to make a Case Keenum joke here?
Brandon,
Just in case. I was like, wrong team, bro.
Matt Castle, negative.
Oh.
What
Are you
was it?
negative?
Negative 5 points. It's gonna get you ready for it. He's
I'm so
terrible.
glad he doesn't play for us anymore.
Terrible.
Matt Castle is the real deal, guys.
Right. So Rashard Matthews, Decker, and then Delaney Walker, the receiver, is there. Dial him back a little bit because it's not gonna be pretty. If Ween's there, it's not gonna be any
Oh
prettier.
yeah, do not start anyone on
Yeah,
that
you can
team.
go ahead and set them.
Unless you have like
Yeah.
DeMarco, then I'd start him to be honest.
Now you want to. We'll switch to the good side, the setting side. If you had Watson, Miller, Hopkins, Fuller, you were happy about what happened. If you had the kicker, apparently you were happy.
Oh yeah.
He has 17 points.
Dude, that's crazy. His name's Kai Emi Fairbane,
Yeah.
and the Vikings kicker's name is Kai Forbath. It's a weird, like, very close name for a name that's
All right. Good
And I'm very intelligent, so I noticed. No, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty stupid.
No, you are a smart
I'm
person.
very average.
You're
at
a
least.
smart person, don't you worry
Oh,
about it.
you
So
are.
Deshaun Watson, I think we got to start taking him serious. We'll see what he does this upcoming week. I believe he plays the Chiefs, if I'm correct.
I think you're right.
Who the Houston does play the Chiefs.
I think you're right.
So, I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to go with my gut. I just know things, you know.
Good.
So we'll see if he can do that. But Kirk Cousins was able to throw on him and did pretty well. So I think he'll be all right. I think he's becoming the truth, which is good because that opens it up for Lamar Miller. Obviously, that gets Hopkins involved, and they're peppering the number one as they should. So for everybody that was willing to reinvest in Hopkins, kudos to Ukes. We had people last year, Jake, that were super salty because Hopkins did not show up as a first-round pick. So
Well, I mean, you also have to think about the worst quarterback.
yeah, I get that, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The transitions.
Right.
Oh, Brock Osweiler? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Worst quarterback.
And Will Fuller is coming out and playing football. So.
And he did not drop anything except like one pass,
Yeah.
but he still went off.
Yeah, Paps is a little tough, so I'll let him pass on that one. But I agree with the drops. We'll see if he's better.
He's so good. He's good though. The first
He's
half
talented.
of his rookie season, he was going off, man.
Yeah.
All right, this game sucks.
Now you can cry. All
Now
you
I can
want.
cry. Oh yeah.
We'll start with the Lions because there's less important news there. There's more important news with the Vikings. This is the Lions-Vikings game. Stafford didn't do you much good in this game. You're playing against a good defense, so don't hold it against him. But he's been kind of deadly the last couple of games, so
Yeah, no more. He hasn't scored 20 points in the last few games.
yeah. But nice to see Amir Abdullah be able to play a run against a good defense. Surprising,
Yeah.
very surprising.
And 20 points on us,
It's
dude.
one of the best, defensive lines and linebacker set that you'll see in the league. So
Absolutely, and in that division too. That division alone,
That's
the
important.
Vikings are the best
That
ones.
that sucks, dude. Losing a divisional game.
all right, we'll go to the Vikings. I want you to get through this.
The dude who looked like he was going to, and
Be
still
rookie of the
is
year.
going to probably, because next year he'll still be considered a rookie. Could have been rookie of the year. Dalvin Cook tore his ACL, like how every Vikings player does, when no one even touches him. For some reason, God hates the Vikings, and I think it may be because they look like devils. They got horns, so we need to change our team name. You ready for this? To the Minnesota Butterknees, because
Ooh.
their shit's always slipping and breaking, and
So what is it? Just a picture of a person's knee?
yeah, with a stick
Stick
of
of
butter.
butter.
It's like Butterknees.
Melted.
Wow.
Dude, Teddy, friggin'. God.
Teddy, and you got Sam Bradford and Cook and
Cook, and then
butter joints in general because Latavius had ankle problems earlier.
He had that before he came to
Yeah,
us.
but that's what I'm saying. They even come injured. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't bring him in injured.
The Vikings should have won. Dalvin Cook didn't get you 12.4 points before he lost.
Yeah, he was
his
on the road to beautiful fancy
Oh
bliss.
God, he was gonna go. He was looking so good in that game too. I was like, we're about to win.
Yep.
He had a nice juke move.
12.4 is in PPR, so everybody knows we're doing
Yeah.
PPR scoring. Stephon Diggs got you 14.8 with
the
PPR
truth.
scoring. Adam Thielen 8.9. Once Cook went down, it sucked the energy out of the room.
Oh, it did. Oh gosh,
that's what happened.
that whole building was not talking.
Yep, that's what happened in those situations. It's unfortunate. So if Latavius Murray or whoever else could possibly start, Jarek or whoever else they've brought in.
I think Latavius will do good if he's given the opportunity. But they're talking more like they're gonna give Jerick McKinnon a higher volume, which sucks because I like him, but he cannot pass block. He's not.
Can't hold the ball.
He's not. He's a skinny dude. He's skinny. He's too small.
Play every down, everything back.
We need and that's what Latavius can bring. But
Word.
we'll
You
see.
need a hitter and you guys that can just pound the
Switch the game
Gotcha.
because I'm gonna cry.
Yep, that's fine. We're going to the Rams and the Cowboys. This one actually
It was a good game.
Yeah,
fantasy
it was.
fun, man. It
It
was
was.
fantasy fun. It was
Got
good.
me
It was
a
a good game to
W.
watch too.
And it's not even from the person you think it would be from.
Jared Goff, 18 fantasy points, rock solid.
He did look pretty good.
Yeah,
He did-
actually
he did good
He's
for
playing
me.
well. Todd Gurley, 34.5 fantasy points. PPR score.
Oh man,
Insane.
that was pretty nice, dude.
I know.
That's like every game now, dude. Like, where was this last year, bro? When I spent my 8th overall pick on you, a-hole.
I'm still sitting over there at the 8th overall pick.
They're like, all right, now I'll be like a number 1 overall pick.
Cooper Kupp, if you guys used him, 17 fantasy points PPR. I mean, the way he's going to be up and down. You guys
Out of
expect
nowhere.
Goff will be up and down.
Yep.
So, those are things you're going to have to expect. But to see the usage of Todd Gurley, excellent if you have him. Everybody keeps saying to trade him because he has a hard schedule coming up. I don't care. The offense is looking great.
He's the main focus of that
And
offense.
that defense can get turnovers. So,
They got weapons. So if one player is being double coverage like Watkins, you got other options to throw.
and Todd Gurley's so versatile. And then they play like the Seahawks, and I think Seahawks is next game. So, and they've been
But they
right
could
on.
easily-
Carlos Hyde torched them for 100 and however many plus yards.
They
Oh,
could
yeah,
easily-
he had nice runs on them too.
Yeah, not worried about that. Going down to Dallas, Dak, 22 fantasy points. Solid day for Dak. Very well.
The guy I hate.
Zeke, 30 fantasy points, essentially 29.9 in PPR scoring.
Diz with 14.8. Hold on, you left out who got me the W, bro.
Oh,
For the
we did.
Rams, bro.
We'll back up.
You got one of the greatest.
You left you out.
Oh, I did. Greg Zuerlein, the kicker, got 23 points, and in my league it was 26 because we do more for the
Deeper.
field goals.
Yep.
He was on a mission, and it was nice. It was like every time they were in the red zone, I'm like, come on, please don't score, don't score, let them kick it. Got me the dub, but anyway, done with that.
No, it was excellent done. Like, we'll go back down to Dez, 14.8 points fantasy. Solid enough day.
Not great, but it's worthy.
You didn't get your single digits, so you're happy about that.
Anytime it's close to 15, I'm happy.
Yeah, we'll take that.
I guess you could take that.
I'll take it. Anything better than 0.
This game made me happy.
This game made me happy too.
To see.
Let's talk about the Patriots first and how bad their defense is.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, which is good. So your classics is obviously the people you expect as far as like the receivers. It's going to be Hogan, Danny Amendola. That's who you're kind of expecting. But should be Cooks, but for some reason, game script, they stray away from they'll throw the deep ball, they look for underneath just to move the chains and keep them going.
I'd be mad if I were him. I'd be like, I was a 1,000+ yard receiver last
Yep.
year.
Yeah,
Now I'm gonna get like 580 yards.
James White, for anybody who started him, they actually use him playing from behind part of the game, so they obviously go to their receiving backs. James White is that guy.
James White.
Absolutely. So,
Gronkowski,
Gronkowski, 4 for 80.
Yeah, it wasn't. They should have used him a little bit more on that.
They would
He was
have.
flying downfield too, and I
Yeah.
looked at him, he was moving. I'm like,
I guess they were afraid Kuechly was gonna.
well, Kuechly did start covering him later on. So
I'd be afraid to go against.
That's
Luke
if
Kuechly.
after he got his 80 yards, they're like, all right, put Kuechly on.
Luke Kuechly's nasty, dude.
He's a baller, but
Tell me about these Panthers, bro.
that man Cam Newton came out to play finally. He finally said,
Finally.
all right, all that rust is off this shoulder right here. You see this? Gunslinging! You got, okay, one thing that kind of was messed up, though, is that Christian McCaffrey got robbed of a touchdown because they should have given it to, I mean, it was a handoff, and Fozzie Whitaker took it a little ways, but Fozzie Whitaker, that helps nobody.
Fauci does help
It
nobody.
helps no one.
He ended up with 12 fantasy points.
But 2 players I want y'all to always keep your eye on is wide receivers Devin Funchess and Kelvin Benjamin.
Yep.
Funchess had 2 touchdowns, 26 points total. Kelvin Benjamin had 14.4 because he had 100 yards and 4 catches. He looked good. He snagged those balls.
What I care about is Graham Gano hitting the game-winning field
Hey,
goal.
Graham Gano did it. Yep. I was like, thank God the Patriots lost.
Yep. But you know, you're right. Look out for those guys. Especially Funches, somebody you might be looking at waivers.
Oh yeah, definitely
So-
could get him in the. Some people I have dropped Kelvin Benjamin. When I looked at the
No.
league thing,
Really?
it said last week he was dropped. His own percentage was down by 5%.
Hmm.
So that means a small
Hmm.
change of people.
Interesting.
I looked to see if he was
Bills,
No.
Falcons, y'all. Fancy people will just kind of go through these because these guys are kind of
Yeah.
You know, Sean McCoy is getting to work, but he's not necessarily getting the touchdowns. So he had 76 rushing yards, 32 receiving yards on 3 catches, 3 targets, college passes, which is good, but not getting you touchdowns. You'd like to see that more.
Oh, yeah.
But the offense is picking up, and I believe the schedule starts to get a little softer, so that's something that you're happy to see.
So they play next week or this week, and then they're on a bye. But after that,
Like the Browns somewhere down the line, Oakland somewhere down
they
the
got
line.
Oakland, New Orleans, the Jets, cakewalk.
Very beautiful schedule, so he'll get it figured out then. If you have LaShawn McCoy, keep him. If you don't have him, buy low on him.
And I
So-
guarantee you could probably trade like a something small.
We'll
Like
talk some trades
like a good
tomorrow. We'll figure out
receiver.
some trades for you tomorrow. So we'll come up with some good ideas for that. Jordan Matthews, 2 targets, 2 receptions, 10 yards and a touchdown. We'll see if he gets more involved.
No. He's gonna be out for I think at least a month. He broke his thumb.
Oh my gosh, why is everybody going down?
I know, bro. It's just getting ridiculous. Oh,
Everybody's
God
going down.
hates everyone right now for being
Hates
such
football.
bad people.
It's football players apparently. Down to the
No, we're just terrible human beings.
right to the Falcons. Matt Ryan looks like he's been struggling.
God doesn't hate anyone. I just want that to be the record.
Matt Ryan, he's been struggling.
He has been.
Yeah, so and that's been holding down Julio Jones, who's had a hip left the game with a hip injury. So we'll see how that goes. We'll get some update tomorrow as far as injury updates. So we'll let you know how that goes then. Mohamed Sanu should be coming back, but didn't he leave the game as well?
He did leave the
He
game.
did
Yeah.
in the fourth quarter
So
or
we'll
third
see what
quarter.
happens with him because I believe it's hamstring.
No, second quarter he left. Julio left in the third.
Yeah.
And they're lucky they got 2 Pro Bowl caliber running backs though.
Yeah. Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman. Coleman had 18.4 points in PPR. Devontae had 15.8. So
I got Freeman.
people that carried the load there, but they took the L as they should.
I don't know what dance that was.
Beautiful day, that's what it is. Blake Bortles decides to come down to earth in this Jaguars-Jets game.
Oh god, this one was a sneeze.
Word. Unless you had Leonard Fournette, who had 24.5 points. Scott, good job. Anybody else on that team that doesn't exist. Don't even worry about anybody fantasy-wise.
Seriously.
If Blake Bortles can't ball.
Oh my God.
None of the receivers they do any good.
Do you know why Le'Veon's gonna roast the Jaguars next week? Do you see the 2 running backs right there on the other team?
Let's talk about him a little bit. Bring him. Tell me something about
You
him.
see? So you got Bilal Powell, who gets his chance. Pow! Who gets his chance to actually start and not have to share the load, more than half of it with Matt Forte. And what's he do?
Mhm.
He
goes
gives
off.
himself 160, I think, 2 yards.
Hey, let's go off.
His career best day.
Let's look.
29 fantasy points.
160. Yeah.
163 rushing touchdown, 4 catches for 27 yards, 29 points on my bench in 2 leagues. I won in the other one, even with him on the bench.
They got ran for like 212 yards because not only did him, but Elijah McGuire, 93 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 2 catches for 38 yards.
21 points from a running back that nobody had. If you did, you are a psychic and you need
Yeah,
to
must be.
play the lottery.
You must be.
For real.
That's crazy.
And that,
Josh McCown's doo doo.
that about does it for that whack game. I
Yeah,
don't even want to look at that anymore.
There.
I'm just kidding.
You know what? Look at
I
that.
don't even want to look at it.
So let's go to Cincy and the Browns, the Bengals and Browns.
Wow.
I'm relatively happy with this. If you have Andy Dalton, Giovanni Bernard, Andy Dalton had 28 points, Gio had 16.9. AJ Green, 17.3, and Tyler Kroft might be the new Tyler Eifert here.
I mean,
with
yeah, Tyler
24.8.
Eifert done.
You know?
They're probably just gonna cut him.
They
Damn.
got a lot of Tylers on their team.
I know,
Tyler
what?
Eifert, Tyler Boyd,
Going
Tyler
off,
Croft.
dude.
Yeah, Tyler's all day.
Now look, I still have hope that Mixon will get his chance.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
a
looking
tough
great, but
decision,
next
though.
week they should be able to hopefully figure him out and get him
I'm
involved.
gonna give you $2 for him. $2. Just
For who?
for Joe Mixon.
Just give you him?
Yeah.
For $2.
For $2.
I think I'll be willing to take that. That's a lot of Gatorade that I can buy.
I know, I'm like, oh god, I should keep that $2. that's how terrible this situation
So
is.
speaking of terrible, Cleveland Browns terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Duke Johnson's the only hero there. 21 fantasy points in PPR.
Should have put him in. Didn't think so.
Yeah, still a loss.
I
Scott.
told you.
He's definitely going in
Still
next
a
week.
loss, Scott.
Yeah, you did piss me. Oh man.
How you doing across that table?
How is that?
How's it feel to lose
how
to
is
me
that my
twice?
fault?
How's it feel to lose to me twice?
Yeah, I'm
that's
not even gonna
BS.
say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. I play you this week in the standard league, so
Yeah, we're tied 1-1, so I'm happy about our situation.
yeah, me and you have a little equal. You have
Yeah.
not beat Jared yet.
No, I have not.
Did you beat him last year at all?
No, his team was terrible last year.
So he's like 4-0 against me right now.
Yeah, his team was bad last year.
I think we split it last year.
I should have gotten that freaking win though.
Well, we'll look it up after this. We'll figure it
No,
out.
you
We'll
smacked
mention
me
it
in
next time.
standard. I think.
So Steelers Ravens. I'm gonna talk about the Ravens because there's really not a lot going on. Javarius Allen, they still
Trying to
can't
cry.
figure out how to use him, but they figured out Alex Collins. They got him involved, so we'll see how he does next game too. Hopefully they keep him involved as the first, second down back. Because Terrence West is booty cheese. So, we'll see how that goes. Joe Flacco, booty, which makes Macklin booty. Mike Wallace came to play with 17.5 points. Rare day for him, but we'll see what happens there.
Mhm.
The offensive line, since Young's been gone, has been bad. Bad.
That is a very bad stats right there. Oh man.
Terrence West is terrible. So,
Yes, that's why I'm dropping him.
good, as you should.
What a
We'll
silence
talk about the
that is.
Steelers real quick. Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon, hit the hole, Le'Veon.
The highest scoring running back this week. 34.6 points. PPR scoring.
Finally, he decides to show up
Guess who had him and Todd Gurley on the same team?
on the same team.
That
as
crushed
Jared.
Shut up!
It's okay. I'll be saying that because I have Mike Evans and Odell Beckham. So one day I'll be saying, "Guess who had the top 2 receivers?" I will. This guy.
My top 2 receivers will play, or my top 2 running backs play your top 2 receivers.
That'd be fucking awesome.
We'll see what happens. We're gonna get a swear jar in here.
Oh, I just lost a quarter.
You lost 2 quarters, dog.
I don't dig it out.
Martavis Bryant did nothing again,
And
but he did get a deep ball thrown to him. Big Ben just overthrew him, and you could see Big Ben had 10.5 points. He didn't do anything this week.
On the road, bro.
On the road, he went back down to nothing. Antonio Bryant had a meltdown on there because they weren't getting him the ball. Boo hoo. He was like 4 for 34 or whatever it was. He was doing
Give me the ball.
or 3 for
I
want the ball.
34,
Antonio?
whatever.
Antonio
Yeah,
Brown.
give me the
Yeah.
ball.
I mean, he's a nice dude. He's a humble guy, but calm your gene, dude.
What? Here we go. San Fran, Carlos Hyde, 14.5. Your normal starter, your normal person that you rock out there. You know what I'm saying? Him,
And this
Pierre
game was
Garcon are the only 2 guys that you really worry about. What's that?
This game was tough to
Oh
watch.
gosh.
Yeah, another one of those low-scoring dudders.
Field
So,
goal. Field goal.
Some,
Field goal.
some dudder butter right there. So, but Scott, tell me about some Cardinals.
Well, what to say? I mean, Carson Palmer kind of did all right. They gave
16.5. You'll take that from.
I
not the worst
guess. I guess. I mean, he's just.
If you think about it this way, in a league that doesn't have a 6 points per touchdown, that's pretty good because they usually average about 20 a game.
I
So.
mean, I guess you
But
could
they
say
had
that.
one touchdown.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
Andre Ellington actually did kind of show up this game, even though he
Yeah.
dropped a lot of wide open passes.
He had a nice touchdown
Wide
snag
open.
that was called incomplete, though.
Yeah, they did. The officiating was a little terrible. to
Look,
watch.
here's the thing. Andre's who you're gonna want to start. I feel like.
19.4 points, hell yeah.
You know.
I think he would be a good snag, but at the same time, dude, he drops a lot of balls.
But he's getting to work. The thing is, the opportunities are there. You know.
Chris Johnson with
Yeah.
9 points.
14 targets, yo.
John Brown,
14 targets.
that's a lot of targets. They've actually been.
Ridiculous. Jerron Brown, 12 targets, 8 for
He-
105.
He's been showing up, and of course, you don't even have to say Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry
showed up,
caught the
Yeah.
game-winning touchdown in
Which was
4 for
traffic.
32 and the game-winning TD.
which
It was
beautiful.
right when I got
Excellent.
home, turned the TV on, and then I see Hike, and then, oh, there's Larry. Oh, touchdown!
See, at least you got to watch that. I was on the way
Yeah.
home.
Let's move on. Eagles, Chargers, Phillip Rivers. Let's start with the Chargers. 19.9 points. You are happy that he saved his day because he didn't really look that good overall.
He didn't.
No, he did not. But he ended up with 347 and 2 touchdowns.
There was one person that looked worse than him, though. That was Melvin Gordon.
No, Noah Gordon looked better.
Melvin Gordon looked like...
And an alternate reality.
yeah, dude,
Looked
and
better
it's
is
a
worse.
reality where it's opposite day.
Yeah. It's Austin Eckler, though, took one.
Snagged his touchdown.
Yeah, stayed his touchdown. Noah Gordon, 3.9 points. You don't like that. I saw him off the reports as of recent, but he'll probably be back on there tomorrow when they put the tags on his questionable knee bruise, blah, 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 blah. So keep an eye on that. Tyrell Williams, if y'all waited, you were happy. 22.5 points, PPR scoring. They said, I watched a lot of stuff about the media and stuff like that. They said it was going to be his week. It actually came through for once. It was his week. So,
And Keenan
that was
Allen
good to see.
doing what he does. Getting
Keenan Allen, yep. 5 for 138, getting on the board. It's going to be him and Tyrell. They're the show out there. Travis Benjamin just dropping too many passes.
He's one of those hit or miss dudes. He'll get 2
Yeah,
points
one
or
miss.
35 points.
Hunter Henry, you're happy about his TD, so, you know.
Yeah, but that's all he got.
That's all right. That's all you expect from the tight ends when they're in the red zone. Get your touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
Very few tight ends are actually those guys that are Ertz, Gronkowski, Kelsey, Reed if he's healthy, ever.
Graham,
Ever.
if he's healthy.
Getting down.
Ooh.
You got this. You got
I'm
something
down,
out
I'm
here.
down,
Tell
I'm
me
down,
something
I'm
about
down,
it. Tell me
I'm
something
down.
about this Giants.
You got that man.
Giants Bucks.
So well, this quarterback right here has actually been the top 3, I think it was, quarterback for fantasy in the
Tell me
last 2
about it.
weeks.
Tell me about it.
This booty quarterback,
Tell me about
Eli
it.
Manning, had 27.7 points. He had 32 in our league when we're at 6 points per touchdown.
Yeah.
And then we got the guy who I think is going to snag the starting running back position, and that's Wayne Gallman.
He did look really good that
He
game.
did not have a single negative rush. And
He looked good.
He's a spark they need, and they just activated him for this game. So that's
Yeah.
crazy.
And he's probably going to take over. I think he should.
You should. He's going to be a very big waiver wire pickup. So if
But
you have him-
knowing Ben McAdoo.
yeah, he'll mess.
Oh
it
my
up.
gosh. I was just telling Jared last night that the media asked Ben McAdoo if he was surprised about the 0-4 start. He said, "No, I'm not surprised."
No, that's a terrible coach.
How do you sit there and say you're not surprised? That obviously tells you you're a freaking terrible coach.
Oh yeah.
Like it's, I can't stand him. I can't
Word.
stand his mustache, right?
Odell baby. Odell baby. 15 targets.
Yep.
7 catches. However many yards. Just kidding. 90 yards.
How many ever?
He had 16 points, and it was nice.
Solid.
Not
Evan
bad.
Ingram shows up today, 6 for 62. So he got 11 targets as well. So he's getting out there. He's getting out there in the passing game, which is great to see. Brandon Marshall also got out there a little bit, 6 for 46 on 10 targets. So they're spreading the ball around. They're starting to let Eli throw. We'll see if that's a good or bad thing at the end of the season here. We'll see how that looks. But down to Tampa Bay, Jameis Winston, 26 fantasy points.
He looked good.
332, Ooh, struggling there. 3 touchdowns.
He always gets a lot of touchdowns.
You can
but
throw the rock, man.
all
He's getting
the
comfortable.
picks.
I
He's
mean,
starting to
you
get
find
comfortable.
Cameron Braid or O.J. Howard. I mean, it's kind of an easy.
Oh yeah. And Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
11.
Mike Evans is always.
He should have had a second touchdown, but for some reason they said he was down at the half-yard line. I'm like, bro, come on.
They're getting really bad with their eyes at that.
If
at
you
the goal
call
line.
it a touchdown and there's no conclusive evidence to say that he didn't hit the pylon or hit the plane, then don't take it away.
Yep, there's been a lot of that this year. These refs are doo-doo.
Yeah.
Some more points.
17.5 fantasy points, though, so you're happy about that. Cameron Braid, 18 fantasy points.
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson should have showed up this game, but he had a lot of drops too.
Yeah, he had 2 catches on 6 targets. That's not pretty. It's not what you want to see.
Yeah, he could have easily gotten a touchdown.
Like you said, O.J. Howard, though,
Jay.
2 for 63 in the touch. He had like a 50-some yard catch. And,
Yeah, 58-yard.
Catch, and I don't know if that was a touchdown now, but good for him.
Well,
Scott, tell me about some Raiders. Tell me about them. Why don't you tell me about both teams, actually? I want to tell you about the Broncos and the Raiders.
This one, very tough for me. But we're not showing up the last 2 weeks. I'll tell you that. It starts with Derek Carr. Derek Carr obviously went down, the back injury. Very sad moment in my life again. But E.J. Manuel kind of showed up a little bit, even though he didn't get much fantasy points. But he drove us down, but 1 interception, it's fine. He gets the workload next week. Marshawn Lynch is not being used the way he should be.
I mean, as a running back that's trying to move but can't do anything because he's old and doo-doo.
We were playing footsie.
He's.
I would never do that, but I did do that.
Oh my god, dude.
Hey,
Sorry.
focus.
You know, and Amari Cooper again hasn't shown up, dropping balls left and right.
He is dropping.
He is dropping passes. Amari Cooper isn't looking well.
Michael Crabtree.
No one else is getting involved out there. I mean, it's flat. The offense is flat. Some Johnny Holton random dude got the touchdown. Nobody
it's a
even
little bit of
cared
a
about
hiccup.
him.
It's fine. We'll be good. Okay, now the defense or the
Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos. Wow, how much I really want to say something to these
Well,
Bronco fans.
say it to him.
You guys are so lucky. You guys have a good defense to keep you guys alive because
And a great
Trevor
running back.
Simeon
Look terrible.
isn't great at all. He's not a great
Look
quarterback
terrible.
at all. But yet you guys want to sit there and say that you guys are all hot and mighty. You guys
The
are
ultimate
best
roller
team.
coaster player.
You guys aren't. Because if you look at the stats, C.J. Anderson was your biggest one.
Yep.
Except for your stupid tight end, no-name tight end,
Preach.
A.J. Derby.
Get him. Get him.
A.J.
Nah.
Derby, even though it was a nasty, yes, one-handed catch,
No, it's pretty
That was
dirty.
very nasty.
That was dirty, dude.
that was, I actually applaud to that. I
Look
did.
at
I
that.
did.
Yep. 17.5
But-
fantasy points for Derby. 15.2 for C.J. Anderson. You're not really happy with the receivers. 6.7 for Sanders. Only 2.1 for Demarius. PPR scoring. Terrible. Not what you want to see.
Okay, but the three players were the kicker, the tight end, and C.J. Anderson was your only offense. So don't sit there and tell me your offense is great.
No,
Dumb.
not great. What else
You
is
guys
not
barely
great
won.
is the Seahawks and the Colts. Here's the thing. Colts, doo-doo. Nobody on this team do you want any involvement with right now. Not with Jacoby Brissett, not with the terrible offensive line, not with any of the running backs. There is nobody putting on for the city.
Dang, that is
Nobody putting
very
on.
tough.
No.
No, man. Dante Moncrief gets you 12 points in PPR scoring. He gets the touchdown out of this. But it's the only touchdown that was thrown by the Colts. So that's sad news. T.Y. Hilton goes 3 for 30.
So basically,
Went
two
from
players.
stud to dud to stud to dud.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any,
Dante Moncrief and your 34 or 33-year-old running back got you some.
Yeah. Seahawks now. Russell Wilson getting back on track. It looks like. You know he's got to scramble all the time watching
my
games.
gosh.
Always got to move out of the pocket.
Oh my
but
gosh.
he makes plays still. He gets you 25 fantasy
That's what
points out of
makes the
plays.
plays happen is that
Yeah, he
it
has to.
scramble.
That's it. J.J. McKissick with the injury to Chris Carson. And then the slow starts to Lacey and Rawls.
Mhm.
He could be a guy to watch out for, but this is going to be a committee. and
They're leaning towards Rawls.
they are leaning towards Rawls. So they did make that statement earlier. I forgot their coach's name. What's his name?
Pete Carroll.
Carroll.
No, his name's name.
Oh.
No, you're right. No,
I was like Daryl Bevel, their offensive
No.
coordinator.
Ben McAdoo, there we go.
Pete Carroll. That's that guy's name. I don't care about. He did have that Thomas Rawls getting a crack at it. So we'll see what happens. And then Tyler Lockett, he played a little football today.
Yeah,
so
see, I didn't start
67.
I didn't start Dougie because I knew he was a little injured. They put him in though, but I knew he wasn't going to get much.
I think Tyler Lockett's going to have a better year this year.
You honestly think so?
Yeah.
I
Because
mean,
he's always the one that's open when he's scrambling.
Well, Paul Richardson looks like he would be good
Jimmy
too,
did
but
good for
they
me.
don't.
Jimmy will be he's getting better. He's getting out there. He saved his fans today with that 33-yard catch he had. So that
Yeah,
was good.
stoked. I was like, yes.
Yeah. So you got your 10 points, which is good if you're in PPR. So that's good to see that he's getting involved, figuring it out, not dropping the big plays. So that's good. Now we're getting down to Monday night.
This one was a good
Last
one
game of
though.
the week. It was a beautiful game.
It was a good one to watch. Kirk Cousins got you 21 fantasy points. So that was excellent to see him actually play against a good defense.
Chris
Only have a
Thompson
fumble.
finally looked like Chris Thompson.
Do.
He finally actually looked like how he was supposed to this year.
Yeah. Terrell Pryor, though, got involved.
Fine.
3 for 70 and a touchdown. You're hoping to see that increase and go
It
up,
will.
so we'll see what happens. Him and Josh Johnson, people should be expecting a lot for it. They should have won the game, could have won the game if Josh Johnson holds on to that football at the end.
Yeah,
So
that was
that's
a tough
it.
one.
But Vernon Davis,
I've said it, man. He deserves the start over
2
Drew
for
Reed.
89, so not getting peppered up there, but
The way he made that, like,
yes.
not that touchdown, but that catch and run, dude, he was gone.
Zigzagging,
He
dude.
was-
Even
he
with Drew
juked
Reed.
Marcus Peters like he was
Oh.
acting like he went that way. Marcus Peters turned around and started running that way.
Yep.
And then Vernon Davis goes that way.
Word.
It was
Rob
nasty.
Kelly goes down again. So Samaje fumbled.
P. Ryan
Again. So we'll see what comes out of that backfield, though. They have this
Chris
some
Thompson.
Mac guy that's also on that team. I don't know. We'll see what he does. So
Who?
Mac Brown,
Mac Brown.
yeah.
No? Not Mac Brown played for the, no, that's Marlon Mack. My bad.
No, Mac Brown. He showed up a little bit last week for him. So
Yeah.
we'll see. They should give him the start because he actually looked good. Now we'll go to the Chiefs side. Smith comes for another game. 293, 1 passing touchdown, 56-yard, 1 rushing touchdown. He was moving.
He
out
was
there.
moving.
He was
Speed,
moving.
Dude. He was
So-
He was hustling out
He
there.
should be. Do you guys think that he's an easy waiver pickup if you needed? a
yeah, if
quarterback?
he's still out there.
Yeah, he's a streamer of all streamers, man.
Heck
In
yeah.
the matchups, he's a streamer of all streamers, baby.
He's had
Absolutely.
nothing less than 20 points.
Yeah, he's very
true.
he's good. Look, he may dink and dunk, but he dinks and dunks his way to success.
Mhm.
That's what he does.
And the people he dinks and dunks it to can make
Are
it
important.
5-yard
Yeah.
play into like
Kareem Hunt being one, 16 fantasy points even on a bad day. I mean, still making things happen out there for himself, so that's an excellent thing to do. 4 receptions for 20 yards and 101 rushing yards. Still figures it out even on a bad day. So good for Kareem Hunt. And Travis Kelce, the one who was the recipient of a lot of this, 111 receiving yards, 7 on 8 targets, and 1 reception touchdown. He's a stud, and his dance moves are pretty good.
He's a fresh A
He
dude.
is. He's a really good dude. I like his talent. He's the new Gronkowski. You know what I'm saying?
Does
Like,
need to calm his excessive freaking attitude though.
he is. He's eccentric.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have players like that. You got some high energy players, and either crybaby like Odell, but they're high energy. They really do care about the game. They're just
But he kills his team with those penalties.
when the adrenaline gets too far. You know, like the hit on Devontae Adams type thing, where the adrenaline gets too pumping too much. You gotta be able to control that. So,
A dirty hit.
yep, that dirty hit.
Well, you gotta hit him when he's already fallen to the ground with the
No.
crown of your helmet to his head.
Right. But that's all the games. That's a quick recap, anyway, of the games and your fantasy studs, the people who let you down. Stay tuned tomorrow. We'll talk to you about some of the injury reports. We'll bring that up there. Who you can trade for. We'll bring that in there. And we'll go through all that. Thank you guys for watching and listening to another episode of Average Joe's Fantasy Sports Podcast.
We are.